they told such a compelling story with a body part they worked, or with the way one guy was selling, and it just, the story was better than the spectacle.
So let me ask you, because you would know this better than me and Mr. Brisco would by far. Roddy Piper used to always tell me you can't out Hulk the Hulk,
Mm-hmm.
meaning the guy on top. There's no sense in copying the guy on top because you can't be the next Stone Cold. There's not a next Stone Cold. There's
Right.
a John Cena, which is completely different. There's a Rock, which is completely different. Piper used to always say stuff like that. Just you can't be a copycat. You're in the middle of everything now, just
Mm-hmm.
like you have been for some time. Me and Mr. Briscoe are not. Is old school becoming kind of the new thing now? Because old school now is something that people don't do. It's something different.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make it stand out in your opinion?
I think so, because a lot of times, like I've been on shows, I've been on TNA shows where, there's a match between, maybe two incredible tag teams or two X Division guys, and just athletically, it's unbelievable, and it is very entertaining. And then there's a match between, a singles match where these guys maybe don't do as much, but just part they worked, or with the way one guy was selling, and it just, the story was better than the spectacle. That's not always going to be the case, but a lot of times it is. And I think, because, not in all promotions, but the emphasis is on the moves and the high flying moves, that when you do see a well thought out story play out in front of your eyes, it stays with you. Just like any movie, there's millions of action movies. You'll watch and you'll go, okay, that was good. But those movies with the great stories, the Gladiators, the Bravehearts, the stuff like that, those stick with you because it's tugging on different emotions. So yeah, to your point, I think it does stand out more because of the climate today where there's so much incredible athleticism.
Yeah, and it is incredible athleticism. I mean, it's
Yeah,
unbelievable what these guys are doing. It's just unreal. I just always thought it's not an either or. It's not you don't have to choose one or the other. Now, very few guys can do both. That's an
sure,
incredibly rare talent.
sure.
Very few guys have ever been able to do both. We only had one Shawn Michaels. We didn't have 20.
Right.
It's very rare to have somebody that can do both.